What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's happening? Hey man, look, we back at it again. I'm Jay Walking the third. That's my brother, my partner, my drinking partner, Carolina Dirt 803. What's going on with you, player?
Hey, shit, what's going on, man?
Man, shit, it's hump day happy hour, cuz we midway through the hard week. You know what I'm saying? If you work a traditional Monday through Friday. And we can't wait for Friday to get here, man, so we can live our real life.
Man, I cut the grass here, so I ain't even finished. I just cut the front. Man, fuck that back.
Man, look, I thought I woke up on a whole nother planet because I went outside this morning. I was like,
It,
what is this?
yeah,
I
it
can
was
breathe.
cool. Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool. Cool.
Cool
You know what I'm
crap.
saying?
I ain't even want to go to work. I wanted to go back in and pull me up a cup and sit outside.
So get a cup of coffee and sit outside like an old man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. What's happening, Pastor Palmer, the weatherman in the building?
Yeah, we got a couple of people. What up, Shanita? I think she's still in here. How you doing, ma'am?
Yeah, big shout outs to people that follow us the real way, man. DJ Kryptonite, Woolworths by Joseph, HD Dream, um, April Showers, Together We Break Chains, just to name a few. They'll come in here in a minute. Um, yeah, man. Random question. Um, Damn, I forgot my random question of the week. We'll get back to it, cuz. Look, we're gonna get into this first call shit, like we do, but we're gonna do something a little different. You up for something different?
All right.
We gonna do 5 of the pettiest wishes you can wish on a motherfucker.
Oh shit, I seen something like that the other day.
You know what I'm saying? So Joffrey was talking about Woodworth by Joe was talking about he don't know what the 49ers front office is doing. They got some quarterback issues or whatever. So I told him since I blame Shanahan for losing Atlanta their first and only Super Bowl, I hope that motherfucker wake up to pee every night and he's still in the bed asleep.
Damn. Petty. What's from petty? Oh, I wish the people that drive slow in the fast lane, the accelerator gets stuck.
That's kind of dangerous. We don't want to hurt nobody.
Hey
They
man,
already can't drive fast.
man, fuck that.
What up, Uncle Zeb, man? We appreciate you for always checking us out, man, in a real way. Um, I hope every time my petty wish number 2, I hope every
What
time
up,
you go to
Smitty?
put on deodorant, the plastic showing.
Man, I hope every time you pull your drawers and bitches too tight.
My third one. I hope every time you go in your refrigerator to find something to drink, it's Tahitian treat.
Oh man. I hope you got a burp and fart at the same time. What up, Felicia?
Oh shit! Oh man! I hope every time you go on the toilet, whether you stay there for 5 minutes or 15 minutes, your feet go to sleep.
That shit have happened to me several times. Between YouTube and Instagram Reels and TikTok, man, I get up there and I got the baby horse flags.
It's on you.
Oh, I wish I wish when you go and cook on your stove, it only cook on high.
Damn, you got to know how to cook.
Yeah.
Well, if you know how to cook, you gonna burn some shit anyway. Ain't no way you can always cook on high.
Well, yeah.
I hope every time you go to answer your phone, your porn that you was watching start playing.
In church. Picking up the kids
Anytime you touch your phone, that porn playing loud as hell.
at Chick-fil-A. um, I wish that if you didn't know how to raise your kids and they acting up in public, Bernie Mac was there to help you out.
Damn. I don't know. That might be a good thing. That might be a good thing. Well, that was 10 petty things that you could wish on a motherfucker that, without hurting them, except for that accelerator get stuck.
Man, fuck that. Man, somebody got me the other day, man, riding slow, man. I'm going to work. The sun ain't even up yet. Them motherfuckers in the fast lane. Ain't shit near them. 18-wheeler done passed them. I think a cargo van done passed them. Man, get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah. I passed somebody in the middle lane that was in the fast lane, and I looked over because I could barely see who was driving. I thought that was a kid. It was just a little old man.
Bro, I be thinking that shit the funniest shit. I was riding next to this girl yesterday, and I just seen head. I ain't seen no shoulders, no neck, no hands on the steering wheel. All you see,
Night Rider.
All you see the top of her head. Damn, I know she's short as shit. Seat up close. Hey, let me tell y'all, if y'all sit up close to y'all steering wheel and y'all get an accident, the airbag gonna knock y'all ass out. I just want y'all to know that.
Whew. I'm telling you, your glasses gonna turn into contacts.
Yeah.
Oh man, big shout out to our girl from Dawn's South Carolina Gamecocks.
Asia.
Man, look, 53 points. I wouldn't give a fuck. It was in the Turk League. If you hit 53, you was smoking, cuz you was out there cooking.
Yeah. That's a good look for us. Between her and Boston balling out in the WNBA, is helping the WNBA out. It's damn sure helping South Carolina out, helping it as a state, it's helping the Gamecocks out as a school, and it's helping Columbia out as a city. Like that shit all trickle down.
Yeah, man. I can't see who in the chat, man. All I'm seeing is Facebook user. Let us know who in the chat. Hey, and if anybody want to get on and join in, man.
Here, that's who said, "What up, fam? How you doing, Cuzzo?"
Yeah, anybody want to get in? Go ahead and put the link in the chat for the people real quick.
Oh yeah.
We just cooling this Wednesday right here, man.
All right.
Trying to get our way to Friday. That's the goal.
Yeah, so if anybody want to get in, here's the link. Just hit the link, and we're gonna let y'all in to parlay with us just a little bit.
Yeah, man. That little cup right there, a little spicy right there, boy. That's my first real drink of the day.
Man, if this wasn't my cousin, he talking, I want to wrestle y'all. He ain't talking about wrestling. You ain't putting your hands on me, bro. I just wanted you to know that. I'm supposed to be wrestling another man.
I hope every time he go to put on his shoes, it's only two left shoes.
I wish,
because he ain't never right.
I wish he would sit there and try to tie some Velcro laces.
Oh shit!
Oh man! But did you see? I had posted in the group, and everybody chime in if you can. So let me bring it up so I word this shit correctly. It's about Halle Berry. I gotta find the shit though now.
Basically, she owe a whole bunch of money from her marriage to the dude.
Yes.
Now, her taking the shit about her taking care of her son, that shit that's supposed to be there. Yeah. But I would definitely like to know what he did to get custody.
Yeah, so the people that don't know, Halle Berry has the pony of eight G's a month to Oliver. She will also be paying an additional 4.3% of all income she receives above $2 million. Halle must also cover Macio's private school tuition and 100% of his extracurricular activities, including soccer. She's also on the hook for Macio's health insurance, both medical and dental, as well as any unassured expenses, according to TMZ. I can read, but I ain't gonna lie, I need a new phone.
No, you was doing good, because that thing turned into fourth grade.
Oh shit!
Turned in the fourth grade at the end.
Yeah. So what do y'all think about that, especially ladies? How do y'all feel about that?
I feel like
Hey, you
it
see
ain't
this?
like
It
it
got
ain't
to be
like
true.
what happened.
You see this comment?
Oh yeah, ain't nobody worried about them. That got to be somebody in the family.
Yeah, I think that's Trail.
Okay.
Trail's got a little back.
It ain't like she work at the post office. And don't get it twisted. People who work at the post office make really good money. You know what I'm saying? Do I think it's a bad thing? Nah. I kind of wonder, like I said, I wonder how Buddy got custody. You know what I'm saying? That's really hard to do, to get custody of a kid from somebody that is wealthy and has them kind of resources.
But I think Kelly Clarkson, I think she also paid child support too.
Yeah, Kelly Clarkson went through some bad shit too.
But it's the thing. To me, it's
$8,000 a month. Jesus.
$8 a month. So that come out to what? 60? No.
8 times 10 is 80. You got another 2 is 16. That's 96,000. That's almost $100,000 a year just off of support.
It's all support, so yeah, that's not covering insurance and all that extracurricular activities. But it's the thing, they say anything she make over $2 million, so that means she's gonna have to show her damn yearly salary.
If she make over $2 million, for every $2 million, that's about 800,000. Doing quick math. No, 4%.
4%.
4% of $1 million. No, that's about right. That's about 800,000.
That's a lot. Considering she's in film, that's nothing but shit.
No, hell no, that can't be. 4%. Well, no, it's $2 million. Look, we keep saying don't do math live on a television show. Whoever can do the math, what's 4% of $2 million? I ain't got my trusty calculator.
Hey, what up? Together we break chains. A link in there if you want to get in, man. Alicia, if you want to get in, you can get in. Anybody want to get in, y'all can get in.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to turn your camera on if you ain't feeling like it. We'll take it.
But like I said, it's the point after the $2 million. So I'm gonna pull around the Eisen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get 1.9 million, and I'm gonna start. Y'all pay me the rest in cash.
Just donate the rest. Just donate the rest. Hey, before you cut my check, take out such and such for charity.
Yeah. So Alicia
I don't know who Buddy is.
Yeah, I'm about to look him up now, Oliver.
And this is the thing, man. Halle Berry got a pretty crazy track record when it comes to these relationships. But she had been with him for a little minute.
So who was Halle Berry or Jennifer Lopez?
At least J-Lo got married.
Oliver Martinez. I don't know who he is.
Well, keep looking. What up, together?
The answer to your question is 80,000.
Okay, 80,000.
She came on there correcting your ass.
Yeah, I kept trying to carry the zero, and I was carrying the zero too long.
He's a French actor.
Don't nobody watch the movies.
Who you talking about?
Halle Berry's husband.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry? Yeah, she ain't. Yeah.
No,
so did we get dominoes or did we forget again?
Oh,
no. You got the dominoes?
Oh.
You got the dominoes?
I finally got the dominoes. I ain't set them up yet or nothing. But thank you. I actually got Woodworks by Joseph set too. I'll run into him in a minute, but I got my own personal Atlanta Falcons themed dominoes. These just a handful of them. You know what I'm talking about?
They said she must have had 10 husbands. About 10 husbands.
She ain't had 10 husbands, but she been with David Justice, Eric Benet. It was another 2 or 3 motherfuckers in the middle of that. I don't know.
So one guy was a pro player and hit her in the ear, so she's deaf in one of her ears. and Eric Benet couldn't, keep his zipper up or his pants, so that's why they split.
And
Okay.
the first David Justice was the first one.
All right, we're gonna ask this because Alicia, I asked a question earlier that yesterday. She commented, a couple of people commented. So, what do y'all think their toxic traits are? You know, we talk about toxic traits all the time, and sometimes it's toxic at a young age compared to an older age, and sometimes it's toxic at a young age and it evolves into something else, like lessons learned. So, what y'all feel? How do y'all feel these two ladies, Jennifer Lopez and Halle Berry, who've been married several times? What do you think their toxic traits are?
I think that there's a whole lot of insecurity there because if you're secure with yourself, you don't need to bounce around from bed to bed. Um, that celebrity status that they have, because I make money and maybe more money than you, then that level of respect may not be there. And I believe that is the number one is the money. So now she's trapped into paying something like $23,000 per month for the child's dad. He took advantage by her having to do movies and said, well, she's not spending enough time with the child. So the court allowed him to win, by that reasoning, which I think is pretty crazy. What is it that costs $23,000 a month for a child? Nothing.
Men been
Not
asking that question
8,000.
for a while. Men been asking that question for a while.
Yeah, but one of the things that I like that's getting ready to happen now is that me personally, I've actually watched women get money from guys for child support. And to me, I actually feel like they were getting way too much. And I said they need to have it where they make you budget. And now they're putting women on these debit cards where the man and the government gets to see where this money is going. And I think it's absolutely a good idea because he didn't give you that money to go get your hair done, get a BBL, get some boobs. He didn't give you that to go hang out with your girls, get fresh gear, and your kids looking like hobo snatch. That's not what that money is for. That money is for your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, I gave mine 13 years to get it together. He wouldn't do it, so I hit that sucker in the pockets. All I ask you to do is every year get him school clothes, and if he gets into sports, take care of that. I got the rest. You couldn't even do that. So, it was just like crazy to me. Like, you have men out there that's the same as these women. So now the men want to be the ones that's getting the child support so they can hang out, play games, smoke weed. The girls want to do the partying and all that stuff. So maintain
They
the lifestyle
always
that they're accustomed to. Well, guess what? What was your lifestyle before I met your ass? I'm not
That's what I
young.
was talking about. Like they always talk about lifestyle, and at $8,000 a month, you know what I'm saying? You probably qualify for $1 million home. Why you got to have $1 million home? Like,
You don't. That's for you.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I put you in a regular subdivision where you make 200,000 and you drive a moderately upscale car, you should be able to do that on $4,000 a month. It's people that work every day that got those things that don't make $4,000 a month.
Alicia, you know what? A lot of times, and you're 100% correct, but a lot of times these mothers or fathers, and I'm not just saying one group, but they use that word lifestyle. But when they say that, they're saying it as far as the adult person because you could downsize and a kid won't know the difference if they're getting the same amount of toys, got a bike, got friends and family that's coming through. They won't know if the house went from this to that. They won't be paying attention. Like Chris Brown, for instance. Chris Brown's baby's mom, the first baby's mother, she lived in a roach infested apartment out here in California with her family. So she figured, oh, I hit a lick. So I'm gonna hit Chris Brown for $18,000 a month. And so the judge was like, where was you living before? And she said, this, and that. He said, okay, so then I'll tell you what, get into a place where there's no roaches, where the little girl is not susceptible to that. You get a job, and then I'll base it on that. But she didn't want that. She wanted him to forward, she wanted her him to take care of her mama, her sisters. That wasn't his responsibility. It was only the child that he was responsible for. You know what I'm saying? So I think that even when a woman gets pregnant by a man, and people may say you crazy, but I've seen it happen many a times. I think that it should be mandatory DNA testing as soon as that baby comes out of the womb, because there have been so many men that have taken care of children and later found out that they were not their children. And I know 3 people right now, but the guy said, you know what, that's all this child know. I'm still gonna be daddy regardless, and I think that it should be mandatory. And
And
I don't know how you
still,
guys feel about that.
and they still be on child support. They find out that the kid that ain't theirs, they still be stuck on child support and got threats of going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So that shit is crazy, crazy. What up, HD?
And even then, like the whole buddy, I know we said it before, buddy from the Knicks, play for the Knicks. Eddie, can't think of his name.
You
Can't
talking
think
about
of his
messing
name.
with the Kardashian?
No, not Thompson. Tristan Thompson.
Eddie Curry.
Eddie Curry. So he agreed to his wife. He paid her $1 million through. He paid her directly. The court said you didn't pay her a dime, and he has to end up paying her another $1 million. He's not
Yeah,
even in the league no
because
more.
you have to do it through the court because you're not an entity.
Yeah.
If you were an entity and he paid it through the courts, then he would be fined. That right there would be considered just a gift. And I've seen that happen, which I think is downright ridiculous. If this
Yep.
man gives you $1 million, to go on about your business, and the court says no, that's cold blooded. I think that was wrong, and they need new laws to be brought forth for these men that are trying to do the right thing, and these women. That's why I tell people, look, first of all, you need to start paying attention, talking, having conversations, asking, put these people on interviews, male and female, because I want to know what type of person you are. What did your grandmama do? How did your mama do it? If you're like, oh, we had babies at a young age, like I told my son, then you better run, because that means you're gonna be stuck with a mess.
Well, big shout out to all the single parents that do it the right way, that care for their kids. You can't make up for your partner being slack. You know what I'm saying? But you do your best with what you have, and your kids don't know the difference. I know a lot of single fathers that have full kids, and it's not always spotlighted. They like to say that black men duck out on their kids, but black men exclusively are the highest percentage within across the races that are in their kids' lives.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it goes back to like the TV shows and all that. Like, there's no family TV shows no more. And now the stuff that you hear now is basically social media about single moms, single moms, single moms. I think that movie that Kevin Hart did a while back, where he just raised his daughter by herself.
Yeah,
that was a dope movie. And then it hit home for one of my homeboys that went through the same exact thing down there. But there are good fathers out here that's not being appreciated, and there's good fathers out here who's not with their significant other, but are doing right by the kids. We had a gentleman last week over Eddie. He always talked about, his old lady at the time was in the military or whatever, and he had a regular job, but always being there doing those extra duties because she's always out the country and stuff like that. Like, that's a good father. But you don't hear stories like that too much. And like my brother said, with the military, you don't see them highlight the families. It's always the military person. But as far as them being out the country for 2-3 years, somebody's taking care of their family here in the States. And if it's the woman, then it's the man at home. And if it's the man, there's the woman at home. But you don't hear too many of them stories.
that's real. That's real. I mean, it's we in a time now where you're gonna be exposed. So again, for you to just be able to go to court and say this person ain't contributing, to the raising of their children. I've had way too many conversations with dudes that's like, we was good and when we was good, but shit ain't going right now, and now all of a sudden she holding this baby over my head, because I got a new relationship or because she want me back and I don't have a relationship. It's like we gotta get rid of the petty, man. You know what I'm saying? And we also gotta make better decisions. That should be one of the conversations you have when you're dealing with somebody. The if this don't work conversation. People
But when
so
do you
afraid
have
to
that
have that
conversation?
conversation.
But when do you have that conversation? Because if you met her at the club and 2 weeks later you smashing, a month later she knocked up, like when do you have that conversation? Because most of the time you ain't into it, you just smashing and be smashing, and vice versa. She just might be giving it up.
Alicia, if you check on one of the Facebook banners, the link is in there. But if you also scroll up in the chat, the link is in there a couple of times.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to her.
I feel like it's easier to have the conversation when you don't have nothing invested. I think that's a conversation you're supposed to have when you just meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always go back to the movie Hitch. Some people liked the movie, some people didn't, but there was one profound statement in the interaction was he met this lady and she was like, that's cool or whatever, but what'll happen if it don't work to a degree? I'm paraphrasing. And he was like, well, I'll probably go on to lead a gangster life, and you probably will too. That's why you can't be afraid to have that conversation, man. Like, you not being in a relationship with somebody that you think you like is not a loss.
And then you're just not always gonna agree with somebody. Like childbirth changes everybody because everything changes with childbirth. So you might not like them up, and then like 2 years later, y'all were civil for 2 years, then 2 years later, y'all can really co-parent. Like my man HD OG, like I see him and his son everywhere. I always told him I commend him on that. That dude is a good father. I would lose respect for anybody that say he's not a good father. Just off rip.
No question.
But you don't, like, he promotes it like on his page sometimes by just showing his son, showing the interaction, showing the activities, speaking about the conversation they had. But other than the people on his timeline, they don't see how good of a father he is. But that stuff like that needs to be promoted. That's shot at you, Ja.
For sure. And like I said, even if you don't know him, and you just link to him on Facebook, you know his son.
Yeah.
I mean, he posts more about his relationship with his son than anything else he got going on. He got a business, and he still outposts about his son more than his business.
Yeah, she's still there? Together we break chain.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys talk. I didn't.
I thought you was crying because I was gonna say fuck them tears.
Oh, you know what? You a fool. You a whole fool.
Don't be over there crying, but behind no spilled milk, behind no feelings.
So let me ask you this together, since the way you speaking, you're not on the father's side, but you see the father's side. So what do you say to the women who be like, well, she wrong?
What do you mean by, well, she's wrong?
Like other females that be like, you don't know what you're talking about. You take
people that don't disagree, people that don't agree with your opinion.
Yeah.
Because I feel like men should be more protected than what they are. What do I feel about that? I really don't give a damn. Because it's facts. Why should the women, like for instance, I know, I'm not gonna say no names, but somebody I know right now, the grandmother is taking care of their child, and child support is whooping the shit out of dad, and they're not going after her. So I told her, put in a petition to go after her because she's working a damn good job. Why should it only be on him? That's not right. I don't think it's fair. And that's where I stand. I don't care if they disagree with me. I really don't. Because I didn't get along with my kid's dad. I didn't talk about him to them. I didn't say not one nasty word about neither one of them. I let my kids formulate their own opinions. Why is he not here? Why he don't come around? Well, that's a question you need to get on the phone and ask him. He has a reason why. You need to hear from him. I don't need to tell his story. Let him tell you why he's not here. So that way you can formulate your own opinion. So I was never that type. And then dealing with other women, I tell them, stay out of it. If you guys don't work out, don't poison the kid. Don't be a
Yeah.
man and poison the kid, because what if you pass away and the only person that, and say you have a jacked up family and you like, I don't want my kids to go to my family, but you talk about him so damn bad, the kid don't even want to take a chance to go stay with daddy, and you gone. Shut up. If it's over, it's over. Just keep it pushing.
What if you need a bone marrow transplant, a kidney, a liver?
Something, right? You know what I'm saying? Don't poison your kid against your dad. I don't care how horrible he is. They will eventually find out for themselves. And then when, like my son's father, like, oh, you talked about me like a dog to my son. My son was like, my mother ain't never said a word about you. So for some reason, you feeling some real strong guilt, partner. And then that's when he had to realize, oh, I screwed up. That's not my job. My job is to raise you the best way that I can. Whatever he on over town doing, taking care of somebody else's kid, I didn't miss out. You missed out. So you don't have no childhood stories to go share with your friend. I got plenty. So that's going to eat you away, not me. So
That's
if
real.
people don't agree with me, I can care two rats' butts.
Only two of them?
Don't
No,
do
I'm
it.
just fucking with you.
Shut up,
Hey,
fool.
man, look.
Hey, you just say fuck them. That's it. All you say fuck
Yeah.
'em.
Okay,
Check
fuck him
this
and
out.
be a bitch then. Shit.
We're going to welcome Woodworks by Joe in the building. We've been talking about him a lot. We're going to let him tell him story. What's going on with you, man?
Oh man, just another day, man. Just in here, in the lab working on some stuff, man. That's all. Y'all in my realm of conversations I like, so I figure I'd tap in. I don't want to get too deep into mine because I ain't on child support. Me and her doing all right now.
Touche. He got a good baby mama. That's co-parenting at its finest.
Yeah, I am gonna say this. Me and her done been through a lot of different disagreements and some shit that I probably won't really put out there on this kind of platform, just out of respect. But it ain't been easy. But the dope part about it is we at a place now where it's really starting to gel, and it just like what's crazy is that scenario that bro said earlier. Oh, you just met in the club and that literally was kind of how it happened. I was 30 when I first had Junior, bro. I was waiting on marriage. I swear I was. And it just happened. I met her in the club one night, messed with Black and Derek in the club in Charlotte, met her. We kicked it. Next thing I know, she had a baby. Like a few months later, I did good for 30 years. And then one day,
You can't really say next thing I know she had a baby. There's some shit that had to happen.
Boy, if I tell you the story, I can't. But if I told you. But we really didn't get a chance to be in a place where we really was gelling together. We was really falling apart when we found out. So it was kind of wild, but it took us through a lot of trials and tribulations. The one thing that I did, no matter what she threw at me, was I stayed consistent. Like you can play all them games, we can argue and all that, but I'm coming to get Junior in a little bit, And the times where it was like, like we get in arguments, and sometimes they play them games where it's like, hey, I want you to come see him today. You got to kind of like I done been through some shit like that where I really just had to like buckle down. Like there's days where I'm on Facebook laughing and in the bed crying.
Right.
But it's just, I love my son. I'm gonna keep going hard. Like, but it's worked out to where like she see like, okay, you know what? He just want to be in his child life. So what am I? So now it's way less argument. It's way less. Whenever if I say I'm coming to get him, as long as there ain't nothing weird like trying to pick him up on a school night at 9 o'clock, he with me. I literally just came from dropping him off. I picked him up just for the heck of it. Took him to a couple of jobs I was looking at, but like it's just Like it's with all that being said, the system don't make that rough on you. Like
The system is definitely the problem more than anything else.
The system is the problem, but how much is it us listening and watching other folk go through their problems, and then when it hit us, it's like either it ain't that bad or it's that bad. Like sometimes we judge off other people's situations.
I don't know. I think the system just is set up and it enables something that shouldn't be enabled.
Oh yes, definitely that.
That's the issue. If it didn't enable the BS, like I saw somebody post it was a lady, I guess the husband and his mama and daddy helped him hijack the baby and move out of town, and she don't know where the baby at, right? And it's crazy. It sounded everybody like, oh, that's messed up. Bro, women do that every day to men. There's a lot of dudes that's being painted as deadbeats, but really the mom is really doing everything she can to make it harder for him, and the man just get tight. Like, bro, like it's so much. Like I get that's your child, and you really, really do supposed to support him because that's what I do. But bro, bro, I've seen some stuff where it's like, bro, man, I don't. How am I supposed to like keep going and trying to be a father when everything? Bro, I had a police officer look me in my face and tell me, hey, well, state of South Carolina, you're no more than a sperm donor.
Yeah.
That's all you are. You wasn't married when you had the child, so all you is a sperm. Like the officer told me that, and I don't want to tell that story because I don't want to put a business, but it was a wild situation, and it was just like, yo, like when you go down to the courthouse, it used to be where you go down there and they have all the paperwork and they can count. Now when you go down to family court, they tell you to go online and find it. Like what I'm supposed to know? Like they ain't give you, so they make it harder for you to do it. If you're not married, you as a man, you have no rights over that child after it's born unless you go to court. And of course, you got to pay fees and play the game. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this: if you have not had a child and you're a man and your old lady pregnant and she about to have a baby, I'm gonna tell you the smartest thing you can do: take your child to Lexington Hospital. And I'm gonna tell you this is what I found out in my journey. Lexington Hospital makes you sign a paper, an affidavit of custody, regardless if you married or not. So you have a little bit more leverage and say so as far as the court system if you have your child in Lexington Hospital. The other hospitals don't make you do that.
That's good. That's good information.
So I had a homeboy. I had a homeboy that did that. Him and his old lady, they ain't together no more, and they had a child. And he literally emptied his bank account to buy a lawyer. He was literally down to nothing. And he like, nah, I'm doing whatever I can to get my daughter. He ended up getting joint custody. But the simple fact that he had to go broke to get her, to borrow money to make his home, they do the
That's
home
the problem with the system.
Right.
Yeah, so he had to hurry up and stack his money and borrow and hustle and everything else just to get that. So she got her own room, her own clothes, and all that. And the crazy thing, like what he said was, so he would always buy her new clothes. He drop off with the baby mama. She come back in old clothes, not the clothes he sent in. Some old rag clothes. So he was doing that, and then the chick he was talking to at the time was like, "Nah, this something got to change."
Right.
Like, you can't keep going through this.
Hold on. Let's welcome Alicia to the panel. She been trying to get in for a minute. How are you?
She done brighten the screen up in more ways than one.
What's that?
You done brighten the screen up in more ways than one.
Well, come on with it, man. You've been chomping at the bit.
I've ever heard. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Say what? What do you say?
That's probably the best one I've ever heard. Thank you.
Oh.
You've been trying to get in for a while, so how you feeling?
I was driving and I was dealing with some really ratchet customer service, so I do apologize.
No worries.
Yeah. But the reason why I want to chime in is because, there's two sides to every coin, and not every woman wants to, take advantage of a situation where they're the one who has the custody of a kid. Like in my situation, I've always been really quiet about, my ex-husband, and even I've got one. So I have two baby's fathers. I have my oldest was born from a relationship. I was 21 at the time. And then I was married for 10 years to my ex-husband. 3 kids came out of that union. But like, even with both of them, I've never been one to press them about child support like that. Like, you got to pay. Yeah, you have to pay. But we've been fortunate enough to be able to do it outside of the court system. And, you know, some would actually say, well, I mean, I ain't even worried about what other people say. My biggest thing is that, you know, being a kid who had to grow up without her father, you know, my dad made a choice not to be in my life past the age of, you know, once my parents separated, that was it. And, you know, nobody ever had to badmouth him because I knew what was going on. And the thing is that it took me decades in my life to heal from the fact that my father chose a different route, right? And so we talk about how, you know, we all know somebody who had to go through some kind of way of concealing their funds or having to defend themselves and so forth. But, you know, there's some that when we hear that, you know, you go through that extent to try to conceal your income, and at the same time it's like, who are you doing that for? Are you doing it to avoid being taken by the girl? Or are you doing it to make sure your kid is okay? Now again, that's the exception, because there are some women out there that will take a man for everything. But for me, myself, what's important to me is that my kids don't have to grow up without having a relationship with their father. I've always supported any kind of time they spend together. If there's any dysfunction that takes place there, that's on him. That's, you know, am I perfect? No, you know, no. There were times when, you know, in my 20s, yeah, I was toxic. I was ready to fight. You know what I mean? And I can admit that. I'm a big girl now, and I learned how to share. I learned how to play nice. But, you know, I know because of stuff like that, especially when it came down to, well, no, that ain't the reason why my daughter's father didn't work out. But nonetheless, it is what it is. We were able to, in spite of how well off, like this dude is, he's straight. He beyond straight. He's very, very comfortable. His lifestyle, I never pushed for him to try to match anything in my house based upon what he had.
Right.
Because, you know, likewise, I was married, and it was our job together to create this household. So my daughter's father paid child support based upon what we agreed upon outside of the court, and did up until the day she graduated from high school. That's what he did. Now, whether some feel, I know if I would have took him to court, it would have been something completely different. But nonetheless, I was open to that relationship. We worked that out, and that was exactly what worked for our family. And I'm good with that. Now, my situation with my ex-husband is something completely different. You know, we got divorced. I had an attorney for my divorce. We went ahead, and of course, in the state of South Carolina, when you got to go through them court systems like that, they want to set up child support. I was not one who wanted to set up child support, because it's just not, I don't believe in making somebody take care of their kid. You should want to take care of your child because you love your child. But we went ahead and we set up child support anyway. He was one of those ones who had the mindset that, nah, I gotta make sure that, you know, like he was working a job under the table at the time, had a great paying job when we separated. But then after that, you know, he
chose to work under the table to not have his money concealed.
Absolutely. That's some punk stuff, man. That is some serious punk stuff. That's some lacy panty wearing stuff. Like, I can't get with this.
Damn.
However, You know, like sister was talking about how she didn't badmouth her children's father. You know, I get that. I get that. But see, on the other side of things over here, and I ain't dragging dude, but at the same time, when I know this dude is sitting here blatantly lying to my kids,
Right.
and then we dealing with disappointment, and then I got to look at my son who's 17, 18 years old, crying because of this. You know,
Yeah,
that girl that I used to be, she come out every now and then.
right.
And so the
Because
kid,
you see when you see your
come on,
children hurt, you have to. The instinct to protect is always going to kick in, and especially at that age, man. I was fortunate. My parents have been together longer than I've been alive.
right.
We wasn't no accidents. There was part of the plan, and we grew up with a decent life because of that. Your son is always going to remember,
1 second.
and that's the unfortunate part. It's like there's a such thing as they say it's never too late. I think it can be too late when you don't do the right things by your kid. You know what I'm saying? And your kid has to make a choice as an adult to forgive
Right.
or forget or both.
Right.
So we'll go back to woodwork, man.
Hey, real quick, you said something. I didn't want to cut you off, but you said something, and I wanted to just kind of make a point on it. You was like, you and your brother, y'all wasn't, accidents or nothing. You might want to speak for yourself. I don't know.
I knew he was gonna say some dumb shit like that. Everybody got some dumbass joke to say. Oh, dumbass joke.
I appreciate that because that was kind of like a get back for that me brightening up the place. But thank you.
Well, no.
You did brighten up the flame.
Nah, but
You did.
I pick up on all of that.
Hey, she came in here with her old bad boy shiny suit but shiny skin and brighten up the place.
Take that.
Hey,
As the shit.
but what I want y'all, but even together we break change. You can like we know the money doesn't go to the kids. It goes to the structure of raising this child, so to say. But is it worth it if the father wants to be in the life?
Is it worth the money?
Is the money worth it? So you got somebody who's trying to get the money as far as the mother or the father, depending on how the court rules. But the other parent wants to be in the life.
I feel like
because that kind of deters some parents. If I'm already giving you, I give you 4 G's a month, and you tell me I get my son twice a month, then I'm gonna do that twice a month, and within that twice a month, I'm gonna do whatever. But if it wasn't $4,000 a month, and I want to see my son when I want to see him,
if it's $400 a month, I got some feedback from somebody. I'm not sure who it is, but if it's $400 a month, money can be made, money can be lost, money can be invested. Time is the unequivocal currency that we do not have, and I feel like some people play games with custody or whatever. But
Joffrey,
like,
you got feedback?
nah.
Everybody mute real quick. So time is the most valuable commodity. You know what I'm saying? And if you are, like Woodwork said, consistent, if you are consistently trying to be in your kid, I believe most reasonable women will concede the monetary part of upbringing. Most reasonable.
I'm about
women.
to say it comes down to the woman. Now, if it's Alicia and Joffrey, I can see Alicia saying, "All right, do whatever." Together we changed with the way she broke it out. All right, it's whatever. But if it's the chick you met listening to Sexy Red, I don't see that shit coming.
If she was twerking too, my booty brown, my
Yeah,
pussy pink in my boot, then you get what you ask for. If
yeah,
you left with the dude at the club at 3 o'clock in the morning and got pregnant on the first time, it is a
yeah,
toss
man.
up.
Man, when I used to get my hair braided, so the girl braided my hair, her friend, they came in laughing one day because they jumped the friend's baby daddy. Like right before I got my hair braided, they had jumped him, and they in there laughing about it. But she got knocked up at Bite Week. Like in my head, I'm just like, your baby conceived at Bite Week.
We do not pass judgment on this show. Circumstances happen. Circumstances happen.
I'm just saying, like, I think when we make our decisions as parents, we make decisions for our children. But before they're our child and we're just living this life, we make decisions based on us.
Well, that's why you can concede to what what Woodward said is at the beginning it was rough trying to co-parent.
But that's what I'm saying. Some people don't know when that change is supposed to happen. They still trying to do that same other shit when their values and everything else should evolve to something else. You can't be at the club with 3 kids and the oldest is 9, take care of the other 3. That don't work.
Yeah, I don't want to hear. You can't say your kids is with your mama too much if you're not at work.
Shit, my mom kicking mine out. My mom had her shit packed. My mom so come back. You left a toy. Come get this one toy.
Alicia, not to concede, not to expose or anything, but that's a tough situation dealing with the emotions of a teenager looking for guidance from their father. And you said, the thing about, sometimes you want to turn back. How do you manage your emotion, and what are the types of things that you are saying or trying to explain to your son?
So, that's a good question. What I've learned to do over the years is I don't put energy into him at all because he's still, as they say in the church, his testimony is still to be written. Right now, for example, his driver's license is suspended. He's been riding around with a suspended license for years. And it finally caught up with him. So I drive my kids every weekend to go stay with their dad. Because it's, everything I do is for them. Everything I do is for them. So if they are directly affected by something that he does, I address that. And if it's and here's the thing. He is a pathological liar. Okay, so he will give me one story, but the kids know something different because they've lived it, they've seen it, they know what's going on with him, right? And so they'll come and tell me, well, actually, mom is this, dad have his license, or mom, he was actually, my ex-husband and took my kids around his mistress, one of the ones he was sleeping with when we were married, this kind of stuff. So what I've learned to do is, in the same fashion that I had to remove myself from that marriage in order for me to remain free or alive, I do the same thing now. So I don't invest energy into what he's saying. I address situations as they come up. When I see patterns being imitated or emulated with my kids, I try to address it. It's not easy. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not easy. I feel like I'm holding the world up. But again, it's just like, I basically treat him the way I do a child. I listen to what's valid. We only talk about, I'm cordial towards him. I'm not nasty. But when I know when you're lying, I got a resume and receipts of being able to detect your lies. So whenever I get met with that, I don't hear it. Or I encourage him to stop explaining things to me because he doesn't owe me an explanation. That's always my thing. You don't owe me an explanation, so please just save it. And I'm trying to get him to understand, and I've been trying to get him to do this for years. You don't have to put up that front with me. I know you. So let's just be real about it. You know, let's be real. Tell me what you need, and I'm going to do whatever is necessary to make sure that our children are not scarred by this crap.
Felicia, how'd you meet him? Real quick.
At the Darren Club.
$2 Tuesdays going up.
What's that?
What club?
I met, y'all know Dave's on 2 Notch. Listen.
All the old players go to Dave's. All the old players used to go to
You
Dave's.
tell me he 20 years older than you? Still acting
He
like
ain't
that?
20 years older than me. I kind of wish he was. But nah, he's 6 years older than me.
That is hilarious, man.
I feel
or not hilarious.
I feel bad when I made up that them club jokes, but so you're a statistic.
But nah, you got to look
we
at.
dated for a while. But nah, it's just everything sounded real good. We didn't live together before we got married or any of that. I do know that if we would have lived together prior to getting married, then it would have been a totally different situation. Totally different.
This is the conversation.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Do you think he lost confidence? Because black men, we don't check our mental health. We don't ask somebody to help check our mental health. Do you think like he lost self-confidence? Like his self-confidence, not having self-confidence, he made even more lies. Like, did his lies get more, or was they the same throughout the whole thing?
He can freestyle off of it. I used to tell him that he would make millions off of his ability to write. Like it's bad. However, when we were together, I tried to talk to him about things that I knew. I mean, I discerned that there were things that were wrong that no one addressed with him whenever he was a kid. Yeah. This is some generational stuff. And so at the same time, I always empathize with him, even right now. Like, to say, first and foremost, you know how some people go back to their baby daddies and all kind of other stuff? That shit ain't happening here at all. However,
let me come back for a taste.
I love my brothers, and he is no exception. He is no exception. I love this man. I pray for this man. I pray for him because he's the father of my kids. And I speak, you talk about speaking good things into somebody's life. I speak over him. You don't know how many times, as much as this man has drugged me, I've apologized to him over the years. I even had to humble myself and apologize for expecting more of someone who was not emotionally capable of giving me what I was asking for. So, I'm trying to figure out how did I get here, but, and I accept responsibility for that. I accept responsibility for all aspects of it. I even accept responsibility for my part in choosing this man. And because of that is why we try to work it out. I try to work it out with him like that. Did I even answer your question with all that?
I feel like you did. I feel like, and this was a conversation that could go on for eternity, man. I feel like we all do the best we can with what we got. I commend you for dealing with the situation that you're dealing with and still trying to be a decent person. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't have that kind of patience. You know what I'm saying? And it probably took you a while to get there, but you was honest about it. Right. Some people can't even be honest about it. Right. Some people won't fault themselves in situations. So I'm going to go with Woodworks. We're going to close this thing out and give a final thought for everybody. And we're going to come back to the conversation because, again, there's no end to it. But you with all the wrestling around and wrenching it off and wrenching it up, what you got to say, brother?
My bad. I'm doing too much, man. Hey, I do want to say, man. First off, excuse my
Fuck your
language,
bitch and the click you claim. West side to right. Oh,
Yeah,
first
he
off.
got the rest too.
yeah, man. I get this. I get it and all, but at the same time, a large part of me say, fuck the child support system, because fuck it. I don't like it. I ain't on it. I know people don't. I'm just saying, fuck it. It's a good thing if they did it right, but fuck it. Because like how she was saying,
It be revamped.
yeah. Because how she was saying, like as far as like him, like DSS takes your license from you, not the DMV. DSS has the power to take a person and suspend a person's license. But like, what does that do to help get the child support paid? It doesn't help, and that's why I think like certain stuff like that just doesn't make sense. It's just more so a system set up to penalize the man. But
They don't
anyhow,
have a dog in the fight.
they don't have a dog in the fight. That's why the best thing they can do is learn how to cooperate. Because all that is the system say, okay, well, you two adults with a child can't cooperate. Well, I'm gonna show you how we make it cooperate. And even if you don't cooperate, we gonna benefit from it. Whether that's the way you want to play it. If you pay the payments, we're gonna get our little percentage off of it. If you don't pay the payments, we're gonna lock you up and we're gonna get a bigger percentage off of you. However you want to play it. Since y'all can't get along, I'm gonna teach you our way. So I think it's real important for us as people just to be able to learn how to communicate and how to just be patient with each other and understand that we all in the world where we really don't know what we're doing. Like as much as people get out in the world like, oh, I got this, we don't know what we're doing. We really don't. So like we gotta be way more patient and way more understanding that even if we are at a point C or D or E or F in our life, the other person might be stuck on B for whatever reason. And we all gotta make it work. All we're doing is hurting each other and hurting ourselves and hurting these kids, man. That's my point, man. Woodworks by Joseph. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Buy something.
Man, thank you, Nick Cannon, man, for the commentary, man.
You talking about
You calling Nick Cannon?
I heard somebody told me I like Killmonger. Dude in QT almost went crazy. Dude arrested. Bro, I know you get it all the time. What? Dude from Black Panther, Killmonger. You look. I'm like, bro, I don't look like no damn Killmonger, bro. But all right.
I don't look like no damn Killmonger.
Yeah, I'll tell you what you look like, you black bastard.
Man, me or the person?
The person. Yeah, it says some smart ass shit online just now.
Well, it looks like we lost Alicia. We'll give it minutes, man. But what you got to say on the way out, Carolina?
Hold on, I just want to say,
there you go, bam.
Hey, big shout out.
Big shout out. I appreciate that. That's big. I had a screenshot. I am.
So if you need anything with concerning Woodworks, Joffrey, go ahead and run off your freestyle commercial real quick.
I ain't got no freestyle commercial, but if you need something, I got it. I'm telling you, whatever you need, cabinets, small remodeling, custom build, whatever, I got it. Just hit me up if it's on Pinterest, if you see it in the stove, if it's just an idea you got in your head, hit me up. If I can't make it, it can't be made.
I know that's right.
All right. Let me hide this back. Won't get off my screen.
See, there you go trying to produce.
Yep.
Hey.
Come off the screen.
Hey, while he doing that, hey, check this out. There's a song by Ab Soul called "Do Better." Man, y'all, he said a line in there. He says there's nothing in the world that they can do that I can't do better. Matter of fact, there's nothing that I can't do that I can't do better.
Shit. That's heavy.
I like that. Yeah, check that one out. Ab Soul, "Do Better." It's a dope song.
Go ahead, brother.
Oh yeah, my shit acting up now.
I got it off the screen. Go ahead.
Oh, it's still showing my screen. I don't know why that shit's still showing.
Yeah, you froze on my screen though.
I am.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now I see big homie. Chop in the ghetto.
You know it.
Yeah. Right. I thought about that the other day. I don't know what made me start saying that phrase, but I've been saying that for well over 10 years.
Yeah, you have. You keep it live, brother, and I appreciate you for it. I don't know what Carolina got going on, but I'm about to try and wrap this thing up, man. We had a really dope adult conversation tonight with some cocktails for the ones that was drinking cocktails, and for the ones that wasn't, you still included. Oh, there you go. Go ahead, man. Give your thought.
Network is superpower, man. Remember that. Alicia, she always posts positive stuff every morning. Her and Smitty, the two people I know, every morning they post positive stuff. Both of them been guests. Both of them, BOTB family.
Indeed.
That positivity. When you wake up in the morning, you know how they say, you start your day off with a breakfast. That's true. But what you soak in as far as music, books, audio, whatever, that plays a role. And getting online, seeing positive posts every morning from them two specifically, right? That helps start out your day. Regardless of what you're going through, what you got to go through, the post might not be directly towards you, but if you know it's a positive post. Even G-Stack, he posts a lot of positive stuff. But networking is superpower, man. We up for another award. This will be our 4th award this year. And you can vote as many times as you want. I'm gonna put the link up. Y'all just show us some love, man. It's not about the award. It's about the interaction in which you feel that we're doing something. That's what I want to say. It's not about winning the award. But if we lose, but we got 1,000 entries, I ain't gonna shed no tear, but I tell you what, I'll be so proud. Network is super. We getting in rooms that we're not supposed to get in. We getting in inboxes we're not supposed to get in. We getting in phone calls and conversations we're not supposed to get in. Just off networking, superpower, and a product that we try to put out.
Why you ain't supposed to? Stuffings.
Well, you bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, this shit, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to be humble at the same time. I'm trying to be humble.
I get it. I respect it, but
yeah.
Hey, man, check this out. That's all that shit is dope. One more time, one more round, cuz. Pettiest shit you can think of.
Pettiest shit I can think of. Pettiest. I'm gonna take the damn hose off your dryer. That bitch ain't never gonna dry, and you ain't gonna move it. I'm gonna take the silver.
Gee, what's the pettiest thing you could wish on the enemy?
Hey, I don't know if I can wish something petty, but old boy who took his ex-wife's car to the airport and left that bitch in the parking lot.
Hey, what if somebody take all your prescription and put Tic Tacs in there?
Damn, cuz.
You're gonna die.
Well, if you don't die, you be wishing shit that you just gonna actually kill a motherfucker, cuz. Let's not do that.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. I don't know, man. Vinegar and ice tray. I don't know.
Yeah, vinegar and ice tray dope. Vinegar and ice tray is real dope.
No, it's not.
I tell you what, if you wrong me, I hope you dry heave but never throw up.
Damn.
All right, man. Look, this has been the Bottom of the Bottle Show. I'm Jay Walking III. That's Carolina Dirt 803. Hey, Big Homie Woodworks by Joe.
Hey, if you black, I hope your macaroni and cheese tastes like white folk.
Forever.
Yeah. Y'all crazy as hell, cuz. Hey, look, for the last time, I hope no matter how much lotion you put on your ankles, stay white. That's it, man. That's all. This is the whole show. We ain't shit, but tune in next week so you can chill with us and laugh and be thought-provoking. And that's Woodworks by Joe. Get something made, man. He a real dude, and he got real quality work. We gone.